Hi everyone, this is Yoga Prabhu pursuing second year of BCom General in KCS Kasinada College of Arts and Science. In this video, we are going to see about amalgamation, absorption and reconstruction of the companies. In this video, we will cover the topics under two sections. First one is meanings of amalgamation, absorption and external reconstruction of the company. And the second topic we are going to cover is journal entries of the transferor company and the transferee company. Amalgamation. Amalgamation is a process where two or more existing companies are combined together to form a new company. All the combining companies here are liquidated and a new company is formed to take over their business. Absorption. Absorption is a process where one existing company takes over a business of one or more existing companies. The companies whose business is taken over here are liquidated and no new company is formed here. External reconstruction. When an existing company is liquidated and a new company is formed with the shareholders to take over the business is called external reconstruction. See, companies with accumulated clause will usually go under this such reconstruction. Here we are going to see the journal entries in the book of transferor company or the selling company. The selling company is also known as vendor company or transferor company. Here we are seeing the journal entries in the books of selling company. The first entry is realization account debtor to sundry assets account. This entry is used to transfer the assets to realization account. Assets always have a debit balance. Here we are crediting the assets to transfer it to the realization account. The second entry is sundry liabilities account debtor to realization account. It is used to transfer the sundry liabilities to realization account. The sundry liabilities always have a credit balance, so we are debiting the sundry liabilities here. And the third entry is purchasing company account debtor to realization account. Here the purchase price is due. The purchase price is not received from the purchasing company. So we are making a due entry here. Purchasing company account debtor to realization account. The fourth entry is the purchase price received. The purchase price is received is as both as well as cash and as the equity shares in the purchasing company. The purchasing company will is the giver. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. So we are crediting the purchasing company here and we are receiving it as in bank and equity shares in the purchasing company. So we are debiting it here. And the fifth entry is sundry liabilities account debtor to bank account. Here where the sundry liabilities is not taken by the purchasing company is paid by the selling company. So we are making the entry sundry liabilities account debtor to bank account. And the sixth entry is bank account to realization account. Here the assets which are not taken by the purchasing company is realized by selling company. So we are making the entry bank account debtor to realization account. And the seventh entry is bank account realization account debtor to bank account. Here the expenses related to realization is met by the selling company. Debit all expenses and losses. So we are debiting the realization account debtor to bank account. Here 8A entry is purchasing a company account debtor to bank account. This entry is made when the expenses met on behalf of the purchasing company. 8B entry bank account debtor to purchasing company account. Being the expenses paid re-imbued by the purchasing company. Here the expenses are re-imbued by the purchasing company. So the expenses are paid by the purchasing company. So we credit the purchasing company as the giver. We are always debit the giver. So purchasing company is giving here to the selling company. So we are crediting the purchasing company and debiting the bank account. And the ninth entry is preference share capital account debtor to preference shareholders account. In this entry, the preference share capital is transferred to preference shareholders account. And the 10th entry is preference shareholders account debtor to equities or preference shares in purchasing company account, being the final settlement of the preferential shareholders. Here, the preferential shareholders is settled with equity or preference shares in the purchasing company. And the 11th entry is made to transfer the equity share capital, reserve funds and profits to the equity shareholders account. So equity share capital account debtor, general reserves account debtor, reserve funds account debtor, profit and loss account debtor, any other reserves or funds account debtor to equity shareholders account. And the 11th entry being loss and expenses transferred to the equity shareholders account. Equity shareholders are the owner of the company, so they have the rights to being a part in the profit and loss in the company. So we are giving the losses and profits to the equity shareholders here. So the losses of the equity shareholders are transferred in 12th entry. Equity shareholders account debtor to profit and loss account debtor to preliminary expenses account to discount on shares and debentures account. And the 13th entry is where the realization profits or realization losses are transferred to equity shareholders. And the entries are for profit realization account debtor to equity shareholders account, and for loss equity shareholders account debtor to realization account. And the 14th entry is the final entry where the final settlement of the equity shareholders take place. The equity shareholders account debtor to bank account to equity shares in the purchasing company account. Here the equity shareholders is paid with both in cash and in equity shares with the respective value to the by the purchasing company. Next, we are going to see the journal entries in the books of transferring company or purchasing company. The purchasing company is also known as transferring company. The first entry is made to record the purchase price due. Business purchase account debtor to liquidator of the selling company account. And the second entry is made to register the assets and liabilities taken over from the selling company. Sundry assets account debtor. If there is a goodwill in the selling company, goodwill account debtor to sundry liabilities account to premium on reduction of debentures account to business purchase price account. 2. If there is a capital reserve, this entry is made to capital reserves account. And the third entry is the purchase price is due, so we are going to pay it and settle it. The third entry is purchase price paid. Liquidator of the selling company account to bank account to equity share capital to securities premium. The purchase price is paid in three ways: bank account, equity share capital, or securities premium. And the fourth entry is where the settlement of debentures of the selling company take place. Debentures in the vendor company account debtor. If there is a premium on redemption of debenture, premium on redemption of debenture account to debenture account to bank account. And the fifth entry was the final settlement to the creditor in the vendor company. Creditor in the vendor company account debtor to bank account. The sixth entry is goodwill account debtor to bank account. It is the expenses made by the purchase company. The expenses made by the purchasing company is considered as a goodwill. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching my video.